Hey friends, welcome to the Unlock's first ever prenatal Pilates class. My name is Dagan. I'm going to be leading us through the next roughly 60 minutes. I'm so pumped that you're choosing to work out with me, and I think you're going to love it. This class is going to be all about strength and mobility, and I have it broken down into 4 main sections. It's all going to be dictated by the general position that your body is in. We're starting standing, that's section 1. Then we're going to seated, tabletop or quadruped position, and finishing on our side with maybe a surprise finale to send us off at the end. So all you need is yourself, your body, and your mat or a soft surface to practice on. No weights needed today. You can always potentially grab them down the road as you want to amp this up. But other than that, all I want for you today is to really feel where you're at and take the modifications I offer either to advance or kind of regress the moves for whatever you need today. I'm obviously not pregnant. I don't claim to know what that feels like, so I'm imagining my best what makes sense for the state you're in, but ultimately you're going to know what's best for you at the time. So please, please, please take what you need and leave what you don't. All right? Super excited to get into this. Let's get working. So, standing section to start. We're going to keep it simple, and before I get going, one thing I'll mention is some of this is going to feel intense, some of it is meant to actually just feel good and won't necessarily create that burning sensation. So just know there's going to be a little bit of both. Try to embrace both sides of things, and I think you're going to be better for it on the other side. So just keep that in mind as we especially get warmed up here. Standing section, we're going to go into a calf raise. So I want you to squeeze your glutes, squeeze your belly button, roll your shoulders back and down, and bring your heels up as high as you can, almost trying to get onto just your toes, not even the ball of your foot. Great, and then come back down. So we're going to do 10 of these just to get the lower half kind of warmed up. We're activating the entire body in this, so I want you to have conscious engagement all throughout your body. Crown of your head is tall, and you're controlling yourself down, not trying to flop down to the floor. So it's very controlled all the way up, as high as you can go, and then back down. We're going to do 2 more, and then hold for 10 seconds. Hold it with me now. So you're up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, go a little higher, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's burn out 10 super quick, and you're bringing yourself down actively for 4, 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Putting that aside, we're going to now work on some pelvic tilts. So I would typically have this on your back, but we're obviously adjusting to not be on your back today. So what we're looking for is you start in neutral, and I want you to arch your back, specifically your lower back, stick your butt out, and then reverse that. So I want you to pretend like you're screwing something in here, tucking your butt under while also pulling your belly button in, and then reverse it back. So screw and unscrew. We're going to do 8 more of these. Really try to tap into that core engagement. For 5, we're going to hold it for 10 seconds in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold for 10 seconds. Keep really pulling the belly button in tight. Feel how that your butt tucking under and your belly button can work together to create what we call the powerhouse here. We're there for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Amazing. Okay, we're going to go for side bends, and then we'll repeat these 3 things one more time. I want you to come back to, we're still in standing, take your arms up to your ears, and reach them as long as you can up to the ceiling. Keep your hips over your ankles, and take your arms over to your right side. We might be opposite on the screen, so just follow to your right, and just know we're going to even it out on both sides, and then come back up. Now I just want you to do 5, here. Really thinking about the left side of your body, getting a beautiful stretch, and then engaging that left oblique as you're coming back up to a standing position. We're going to hold for 10 seconds on the next one. Reach the arms long, try to keep your hips over your ankles, keep your chest rotated up to the ceiling for 5, 4, bicep closer to your ear, 3, 2, 1, all the way back up and right over to the left side. Good. So we got 5 again with a 10-second hold on the other side. By the way, I'm not playing any music because I don't have any licenses for that yet, so if you have a playlist that you enjoy, definitely throw that on. Just make sure you can hear my cues. Forgot to say that at the beginning. There we go. And then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Biceps to ears. Reach the arms long. Keep that chest rotated up to the ceiling. Keep your core engaged for 3, 2, 1. All the way back up. And arms down. Love it. All right, we're going to do a rapid round of those 3 things again. So let's hit those calf raises. There we go. We got 5, 4, and really try to get up as high and as close to your toes as you can. Squeeze your butt. We're there for 3, 2, 1. Now give me 5 rapid calf raises. Amazing. And then back to the pelvic tilts. You're going to arch your back and then find that full powerhouse, tucking your butt under, squeezing your belly like crazy. And then give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Last time on the side bends. Arms up to your ears. Over to the right. Give me 5 reps with a 10-second hold. Try to avoid your hips shooting out to the side to counterbalance. That's going to take some of the work out of this, so really keep your hips exactly where they are and have it all come from your upper body tilting to your right. And now we hold for 10 seconds. 10. Reach the arms longer. Keep the biceps close to your ears. Keep that chest rotated up. Stand on your left foot especially. And come back up. Let's even it out. Finding that length across your right side of your body. 4 more reps. 3, 2, and we hold on the next one. Keep that right foot rooted down. Keep reaching those fingertips long. Right foot steps and presses actively into the floor. 3, 2, 1, all the way back up. Arms come down. And now we're going to go into two different exercises. So we have hip circles and then single leg good mornings. The hip circles might be a little bit tricky. There's a balance component here, so if you need to do them up against a wall with your hand on the wall, definitely feel free to do that. We're going to start with standing on your left leg. Right knee comes up. I want you to put your hands together, cup your right fist with your left hand, and then try to keep that knee as high as possible as you take it out to the outside. Once you get as far as you can on the outside, your heel kind of rotates up to the ceiling, and you try to stamp your heel as it comes behind you on the ceiling without leaning too far forward, and then reverse it all the way back in front of you. So we're just going to do 3 each side, and just try to keep that knee as high as you can and try to avoid tilting too far with your torso. We want to take these slow and controlled. If you lose your balance for a sec, totally normal. There you go. And last one on this side. Great. Put that right foot down, and we're going to shift our body weight into the right foot. Step into the floor as you pull your left knee up. You can reverse the hand positioning, flex your left foot, and then same thing on this side. take that foot up to the sky. Good. Try to really feel engaged with your foot. You're creating strength through the foot and the ankle to make this all happen. So embrace any burning you might feel there. It's definitely good for you. Good. Last one on this side. Keep that knee high and all the way around. Now we're going into single-legged morning to work on strength and length of the hamstrings. I'm turning to the side so you can see me. We're going to start on the left foot down. Right toes come to the floor. They're in line with your ankle. And now your belly button is going to be tight, hands by your temples. And I want you to hinge forward for me, over your toes. Keep that back flat, and then come back up. Good. We're going to do 5 with a 10-second hold. 2. It should feel like your weight is shifting into the front left toes. 4, and then let's go for a 10-second hold on the next one. Flex your left quad as you come into this. Don't shift your hips back, keep your hips over your ankle, and we're holding for 10 seconds. A little challenge can be to try to lighten your right toes so they're not fully pressed into the floor. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to stand, and let's go to the other side. So you step into your right foot, left toes come onto the floor, they're in line with your ankle, flex your right quad, and let's go for 5 reps on this side. I love this one. It has really kind of given life to my hamstrings that had no strength whatsoever. So a great way for you to stretch and get stronger at the same time. Yep. And one more. 10. 10-second hold. Keep flexing that right quad. Play around with maybe the left toes getting lighter. For 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up to stand. We're going to run through that one more time. So 3 hip circles on both sides, and then another round of single-legged mornings. Here we go. Hands are together. You're going to keep that knee nice and high. And just so you know, the full progression of this move is to straighten out your leg and do it that way. I don't have the room behind me, otherwise I would try to do it. Probably saving me from an embarrassing fall on camera. Good. That's 3. And then we go to the other side. Hopefully the hips are starting to feel nice and loose here. They definitely could fatigue, so if that's the feeling you got, then don't worry about it. That's a good thing. And last one on this side. Beautiful. Keep that foot flexed, lower to the floor, and let's get the good mornings done. So hands back to the temples. The advanced version of this is going to be to literally keep your toes off the ground, but in line with your ankle. So it would look like this. You're going to really feel the weight shift into your left toes at this point. And you can always put the right toes down for a second, break before you do the next one. There we go. So your foot, you're going to feel it want to shift back and counterbalance. Try to really be strict with yourself and keep it in line with your left ankle. And we got a 10-second hold next. Ready? Flex that left quad. You're going to really feel the length get created. For 5, 4, belly button tight, 3, shoulders back, 2, 1. All the way up to stand. And over to the other side. Here we go. Standing on that right foot. Flex the right quad. Left toes lift. If you want to advance this, always can put the toes back down on the floor. That is a perfectly great option. Yep. 2 more. Stay with me. You got it. And let's hold together on the next one. Your hip is still over your ankle. Flex that right quad. try to press into your right foot for 3, 2, 1, all the way back up to stand. And we're doing our last exercise, 1 minute deep squat together. I want you to sink down into that deep squat, look forward, think of your knees shifting away from each other, like the magnetic push so that they go to the outside, and then also forward over your toes. So the muscles you're going to feel engaged are the front of your shins, your tibialis, as well as your glutes, to help bring the knees together or away from each other and forward. And we have 30 more seconds in this deep squat. If you also are feeling like your ankle mobility is challenged here, you can put books underneath your feet next time, underneath your heels, and just prop up the heels, or you can maybe use yoga blocks for a little bit more. Just try to keep your back as flat as possible, extending your spine, and we're moving on to our next section in 3, 2, 1. You can stand up, shake that out, and we're going into our seated position. I'm going to give us a new camera angle as we're heading down to the mat. Okay, let's see. Pretty good. All right, jumping into this one. We have our seated section next. I want you to meet me in a tabletop position as we just warm this up. So release your hands if you can, and I want you to really think about pulling your belly button in, and then bonus points if you can also think about pushing your rib cage back. So your full torso is engaged, and we're gonna go into 10 toe taps just to start to warm up the core. I want you to take not toe taps, heel taps. Right heel goes to the floor, followed by the left, and I want it to be controlled the whole way down, the whole way up. So try to really be strict with yourself about this. It's not about bending the knee to get it to the floor. Keep the same knee angle, and you're releasing the leg with your core and having it come back up. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Not too bad yet. You're gonna come forward, just extend the spine for a sec. Beautiful. You can let the knees come out if you need a little room for your belly, no worries. And then we're gonna try a teaser next. So this kind of amplifies things quickly. So I want you to come back into the tabletop, glue your legs together if you can. And the Mac just gave me a thumbs up, so the computer likes it. Now I want you to see if you can extend your legs long and maybe release the arms. Now you're in a full Pilates teaser position. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna just start here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the next thing to try to mix in, otherwise just hold for 10 seconds, is to do 3 sit-ups where you hold your legs completely still and just tap your shoulder blades and come back to the full teaser position. So give me 3 of those, and then we are back onto our extended spine just to shake it out for a sec. Now we're going to go into, I don't really have a good name for this, so I just kind of call it the torture set, so try to hang in there. I want you to extend the legs long. You're now seated on the mat. Arms are extended out at shoulder height. Clasp your hands together. Pull your belly button in, rib cage back, and feel the arms as long as you possibly can. And I want you to come back. Try to go halfway down to the floor. How low you go is going to be dictated by how it feels in the next step. So we are going to take our arms up to the ears and hold for 30 seconds right now. If you immediately felt yourself fall back, I want you to adjust and come up a little bit higher away from the floor. And now I want everyone to pull your toes towards your face, flex your quads like crazy, and we have 15 seconds left. I want a little bit of shaking here.
Keep reaching your fists long up to the ceiling. Your belly button is pulling in like crazy. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down and then come back up to a seated position. Good work. That warmed us up to take teaser to another level. And remember, you can always ditch any of these advancements and just do the original move as a hold whenever you need to. So take that option as you need. Our legs come back up. Ideally, your legs are straight in the air and release your hands. Beautiful. Remember, belly button is tight and your rib cage is pulling back. And now what I want to try is 10 alternating hand raises so your bicep is up to your ear and you are not moving anything else. We are completely still in our legs. Torso, the only thing coming up is your arms. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And hold the position if you can. Shake it out if you need to. And we're going to bring both arms up for 10, 9, 8. Reach those toes long. 7. Belly button tighter for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull those knees in. Excellent work. And we're going to do one more round of the torture set. So with this one, if you can, try to go a little bit closer to the floor this time, and ideally we're feeling a little bit of shaking. So that means that's a sign of progress. Shakes today are strength tomorrow is my new motto I'm coming up with on the spot. Pull the toes towards your face, reach your fists long and clasp them together. We're gonna go back about halfway. Great. And arms now up to the ears, 30 seconds on the clock. I want you to keep breathing. If this becomes too intense, you adjust by just coming up farther away from the ground. If you want more, you go lower. Good. 15 seconds left. Keep that belly contracted for the next 8. Heels push away, toes pull back. For 3, 2, 1. Arms go down. Come forward, and we have one more thing to do on this section. 2 more things. So we're going to do what's called elbow slip. This might be new for some of you if you haven't been in my Pilates class yet. So you're going to have your knees bent, feet on the floor, and elbows go directly underneath your shoulders. If you need a modification for this at any point, you put a yoga block underneath your lower back, and that's going to support you through this movement. I want you to inhale for me, and then exhale, kind of drive your lower back towards the floor, pull your belly button in, and if you have that yoga block, you're pushing your lower back into the yoga block. You're keeping your shoulders away from your ears so they're not slipping up like this. There's no slouching. It's pushed. You push into your elbows to keep your shoulders down, and now we're going to move really slowly here, so don't go ahead of me. This one's going to be tough. I want you to start to slide your right fingertips. I feel ab engagement instantly. As you move that elbow away, I want you to shift 1 inch into that elbow and keep it on the floor as long as you can, and then launch the hand to be on the outside of your right knee. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the fingertips back down. Slowly bring the elbow back underneath your shoulder. I'm going to do the left side. You're not going to be able to see it as well, but just follow my voice. So you got inhale, and then exhale, lower back presses, start to slide the left fingertips, pause for 1 second, lean into that left side, pull your belly button in, and then slowly launch that left hand up to the left knees. Don't let the shoulders come up. You keep pressing the shoulders down. Keep the feet pressed into the floor. Keep pulling your belly button tight. And then we slowly bring the left fingertips to the floor. Keep your arms straight. And then slowly bring that left elbow underneath your shoulder. Back to the starting point. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side and then get right into a double arm slip. So if the double arm slip's not working for you, if you just collapse immediately, I want you to continue going back and forth slowly, 3 seconds out, 3 seconds back on single arms, as we're doing double. So inhale, exhale, let's get ready for the ride. You're gonna slide the right fingertips towards your right foot, launch it, we're there for 3, 2, press your feet into the floor, 1, right fingertips down, slowly bring the right elbow back into place, left fingertips go towards that left foot, keep the elbow down, and then launch for 3, 2, 1, left fingertips down, left elbow comes back into place. Inhale, exhale, right into double. If you got it, we're gonna slide both, launch the hands, pull your belly button in tight, press your feet into the floor. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fingertips down, elbows come back, and we're gonna keep repping that out. We got 2 more. Here we go. Launch. We're there for 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, fingertips down. This part is the hardest. Slowly control your elbows back into place without collapsing. I struggle with that one. And we're gonna do one more with a little bit of a longer hold, so get ready. So pull your belly button in, press your feet into the floor, and launch the hands. We're here for a little bit now. Just stay with me as long as you can. So right arm goes up to the sky. You've seen this before. Keep your feet pressed into the ground, and then lower back down. Give me your left. Try to relax your face. Keep breathing. Lower it down. Both hands. Oh, brutal. Biceps to ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. We're gonna do that one more time, and then we're gonna slowly control ourselves back to the starting line. And you got both hands up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands down. Press the feet into the floor. Slowly bring your fingertips down and really try to pull your belly button in, rib cage back as you bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and slowly come down. Exhale it out. You did that. You did that. Good stuff. We're going to give ourselves a quick release with a table, and then we're going to move into that quadruped position for the next section. So what I want you to do now is have your hands behind you, fingertips pointed away from you, and we're going to lift our hips up to the sky. Really nice. This is meant to release your shoulders and your chest. Keep your gaze forward towards your belly button, and then lower back down. So I want you to do 5 of these total, and then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 3, 4, and then 5, we're holding for 10. I want you to squeeze your butt like crazy. Keep pressuring your entire foot, not just your heels. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. And then I'm going to give you, you can do that again. You can do 5 of the 10-second hold, or you can maybe amplify this a bit. And we're going to take the legs straight, glue them together, and same idea. This is going to be a little bit more like ab and butt exercise, so less, still stretch but not as much. You're going to lift the right leg and then lower it down. Left leg goes up, lower it down. I want you to keep your core tight. Butt is not sagging, butt is up. We're going to do 10 total, so I have 3 more each side. Keep that leg nice and straight. 2, and last one each side. Great. All right, and lower it down. Excellent work. Shake out those arms, and we're going to our quadruped series. Super excited about this one. Okay. Tabletop position. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. I want you to flip your toes, and we're going to start with a 1-minute bear plank, just to, warm up the core, because we haven't done that enough yet. Here we go. So lift those knees, an inch off the ground. And what I want you to do is pull your belly button in and pretend like you need to balance a glass of water on your back right now. So that's how flat it is, that's how tight your core has to be, and your arms are straight. You're actively pressing into your fingertips and your palms. Yep, this is great to even stretch your feet slightly. There we go. And that is halfway. Give me a big inhale. And as you exhale, tighten the core even more. Press into the ground even more. Make sure those arms are not collapsing. Good. 15 more seconds. We're over halfway through this class, so you're doing great. Stay with it. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down from that. Excellent. I want you to shake it out for a sec. Come back onto your heels, or if you want more of a foot stretch, flip your toes and just sit back into this for a sec. Good, I like to actually rock. So this is just a quick break, but you can rock onto your heels for 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we're gonna get back into the quadruped, and this one's gonna be a bird dog. So the options here, we're just gonna do 5 each side, and you can take option 1, which is going to be extending your arm and leg at the same time with your opposite knee on the ground. So that looks like this. Or you can advance this by lifting the knee off the ground, which definitely amplifies this a lot. And you're gonna slide your arm and leg as far as they can go to get straight, and then lift, which is gonna require a lot of stabilization of your core. Lower the hands and foot and bring it back, okay? So pick your journey. We're starting now. Let's go. So I'm gonna do a couple with the knee elevated. Great. Remember to stay on the ground as long as you can with your arms straight, and then lift up. Hold for a second. Lower it back down. And maybe you do the same thing. You try a couple with your knee lifted, and then take a quick break with the knee on the ground like this. What I do need from you is core awareness. So your belly button is tight. You are not arching your back to extend your arm and leg. All right, give me one more each side. See if you can go for that progression if you haven't yet. Good. And last one. Amazing. Okay, knees down. Come back onto sitting on your heels for a sec. And now we're gonna go into some hip and glutes work. Okay, so a lot of pressure potentially on your hands and wrists for the next series. So if you need to shake it out at all or go onto your forearms, those are both options here. But try to be on your wrists. We're gonna go into a fire hydrant next. And the goal here is to have it be, we're gonna do 30-second holds in each move. And hold and pulse. So fire hydrant, knee comes up to the side, and your foot is flexed. The hold is either in this bent position, or you're going to extend it long. And then I also invite you to pulse here. Good. Keep those arms straight. There's going to be a tendency for them to want to bend to compensate. We're here for 10 more seconds. Try not to let your left hip shoot out. You got 4, 3, 2, knee comes down, and then you're going to go heel to the ceiling for a donkey kick, and I want you to pulse for this one for sure. So press that heel up to the sky, pull your belly button tight, and this is one where if you have ankle weights or anything like that, definitely feel free to throw them on. Keep exhaling, keep pressing through your hands. You should actively feel your glute working here. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on to the forearms. And I want you to tap your knee to your elbow if you can, and then send that leg as high as possible. Good. If it feels easy, definitely try to go more vertical. Straight up to the ceiling. That's going to engage the glute even more. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes down. And we're going to go for the other side. I'm going to flip angles on this one. Actually, no, I'm not, so I can see the clock. All right, here we go. We're going for that fire hydrant on the left side. And that left leg is up. 30 seconds on the clock. Remember, you can extend the leg straight and you can pulse. This is really going to work the hips. You can also pulse with the bent knee. The bent knee is going to be a little easier. Here you go. 8 seconds. Keep breathing. Belly button tight for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and then heel straight up to the sky. Belly button stays tight. Our arms are locked out, super straight. Belly button's in. We're just getting that glute activated and awake. Hello. 8 seconds. You got 3, 2, 1. Come onto the forearms. And we're gonna try to tap the left knee to left elbow and then send the leg as straight up to the sky as you possibly can without turning the leg out too much. So try to keep the pinky toes down to the floor. If the belly gets in the way of the knee to elbow, definitely don't have to go all the way to the elbow. Just go as close as you can, maybe to the tricep, and then right back up. Yeah, 3, 2, and 1. Knee comes down. Excellent. We're going to do one more round of that. Sit back on the heels. Just kind of shake it out for a sec. If you need to grab water at any point, grab that sip of water. We want everyone hydrated. And then we're going to get back into the fire hydrant. So it's 30 seconds per move, right side, left side. And then we have a nice frog stretch to come down from this section before our side series. Let's go. Cool. So fire hydrant. You're back on all fours. You're going to lift that leg up. And here we go. I'm extending mine out. Flex the foot, regardless of which one you choose. And then maybe add that pulse. Here we go, halfway. I noticed a massive difference in my hip strength when I really prioritized doing this daily. So I would really try to pay close attention to this one. And then bend the knee, bring it to the floor. And we got those donkey kicks, the foot is flexed. And we're pulsing up. So arms are straight, palms are pressing actively into the floor, belly button's tight. And you're actively thinking mind muscle connection into your glute, stomping that ceiling as hard as you can. Good work. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, right onto the forearms. I want you to extend your leg and just bring that leg as high to the ceiling as you can without turning out your knee, and then pulse it. Good. So super micro pulses here. Keep breathing. And then I want you for the last 10 seconds. Just micro bend the knee and re-extend the leg. There we go. Now the fire should be started for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee back in. We're on our all fours again, evening out the left side. Here we go. Foot is flexed, arms are straight, belly button is tight. Right hip is over your right knee. You're breathing. 10 seconds. You can add that pulse if you got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee to the floor, and then flex your foot and stomp it to the ceiling. Here we go. And now turn that into a pulse. Heel is pressing up to the sky, arms still straight, locking out your elbows like your elbow crease is looking forward. Good, belly button is still tight. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the forearms for our final move here. You have the leg extended as long as possible up to the ceiling. We're holding for 20, and then we're gonna micro bend the knee and re-extend for 10. Ready? Here we go. So micro bend and extend, keeping that leg as high to the ceiling as you possibly can the whole time, belly button tight, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes back in, and we have a frog stretch next. Good work. We're gonna try to open up the hips. Hopefully this one feels pretty good. You have 2 options for you. This is to get the inner thighs open. So I'd recommend keeping your knees on your mat for sure. If you need something soft for the instep of your foot, definitely can put them on pillows or anything like that, like blankets. You can either be on your forearms like this, or you're on your full hands with arms straight like this, or you come down to your forearms for the full position. So I want your feet to be a little bit wider than your knees. Ideally, you're slightly dropping your belly. Your full instep is on the floor. We're holding here for a little over a minute. If you haven't gotten into it already, but if you have, it's some bonus time. And I want you to try to look forward, squeeze the outer glutes, so get connected to the butt cheeks, and drop the belly. Keep breathing in through your nose, and long deep exhales out of your mouth. Squeeze the cheeks as you exhale. This one is crazy for the inner thighs. I think if anyone's interested in a middle split eventually, this is how you start. 30 more seconds. And you can always add a little rock. Good, so forward and back. And then if it's too much on the forearms, you just come up to your arms here, and you got 15 more seconds. Frog rocks. Awesome. And then we're moving on to side series, where this is flying by. You got 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Okay, bring the knees together. And we're gonna start on our left side. So clamshells are gonna be first. We're gonna run through a bunch of exercises on the left and then mirror it on the right side after. So stick with me. We have options here, so you can do basically most of this from the forearm for it to be a little bit more challenging, and then if you want to regress it, you can do it from a lying position with your tricep on the ground and your head either in your hand or on your bicep. I'm going to show this from the forearm, so your knees are together, and we're going to go for clamshells. I want you to lift the bottom hip. I like to open the arm as well, look up to the ceiling, and then lower back down. Good. We're going to do 10 of these, and then a 10-second pulse at the top. Good. Squeezing those glutes. That's halfway. You got 3. In 2, we pulse. And 1. Let's hold it up and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come down for a sec. And now this is where those options are going to become more important. The first option is going to be to come up into this modified side plank, and we're going for front back kicks. So extend your leg along at hip height. I want you to kick forward for 2, and then point and kick back behind you. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, no wobble in the upper body, 2, 1, and then hold at hip height. If you need to come down, all of this is doable from here as well. You can have your hand planted in front of you, and you kick up as high as you can, and squeeze your inner thighs together like there's a watermelon in there you're trying to like explode. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to come back up into the modified side plank. You can go up and down as you need. And you're going to reach your bicep to your ear, leg long at hip height. And we have 5 knee to elbows. And we're going to hold for 10 seconds on the last one. 3, 4, and 10-second hold. Clock is on. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Press that right elbow into your right knee as hard as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it long. Lower it down. Going into some obliques work. I do like to take this one lying. And we're going to use both legs. So your right hand is now pressed in front of you. Your head is in your hand. And I want you to lift both legs up to the sky as high as you can and lower it back down. We're going to do 10 total with a 10-second pulse. Here we go. Keep going higher. And then you got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse for 10. Keep reaching those toes long for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. And option here, we're going to do a 10-second hold. Option is to also crunch your upper body up. But no need to do this if this feels too strenuous right now. So legs come up, and we're just going to crunch up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Excellent. And last thing on the side, we are going to take that right leg and bend it, plant it in front of you. You're going to lift that bottom leg off the ground, keep it straight, flex your foot, and we're going to lift it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to pulse for 10, 9, 8. Go as high as you possibly can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Great work. Okay, we're flipping to the other side. We're getting so close here. So you're now going to be on the other side. Option again is for your head to be in your hand, or you're on your right forearm. Clamshells to start. You're going to give me 10. We're going to have that 10-second pulse at the end, so get ready. Keep squeezing the right glutes. If you have a resistance band or anything you want to throw on in future times, definitely go for it. But sometimes just telling yourself to squeeze your ass is enough. Let's get ready to pulse. 2, and we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, belly button tight for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down for a sec. and make the choice for your head being on in your hand, on your tricep, or you're on your forearm for a modified side plank. Leg comes up to hip height, and you're gonna kick forward for 2, back for 2. Just pulsing. When I'm saying for 2, I just mean pulse for 2 seconds when you get forward and back. Keep your belly button tight. Don't let yourself wobble. You got 2, 1. Good. Back to center. And now you can, I'm going to mirror what I did on the other side. So I'm going to put my head in my hand. Left hand is planted in front of me. And then you kick up. You can totally do this from that modified side plank. I'm feeling like doing this right now. 3. We're good. We got 10. Go as high as you can. 5 more. Reach that toe super long. It's about length over height. 2, 1. Excellent. I'm coming back up into the modified side plank. Arm reaches long, leg reaches long. Touch elbow to knee for 5. No collapsing. Down to the floor. 3. Get ready to hold for 10 seconds. 2. And we hold. Elbow to knee. Keep squeezing them together. Keep your right butt cheek engaged for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down for your side crunch. So this is head and hand. Left hand is now planted in front of you. Both legs together. We're going full reps here. So down to the floor and back up as high as you can. 10 times. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down for a sec. Take a quick breather. And then we got our little addition. No need to add the upper body if you don't want, but either way, I want you to try to lift both feet up to the sky, and then you can crunch the upper body for 5, or just hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back down. Bend that left knee, plant the left foot in front of you. This should feel like a nice outer hip stretch for the left as well, after the work we just did before. And then we're gonna lift the right leg straight and as high as you can. Flex your foot, press through the heel for 4. Get ready to pulse for 10 in 3, 2, 1. Pulse for 10. Higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. And that completes our side series. We are, like I mentioned at the beginning, gonna hit a somewhat spicy finale. We have just about 6 minutes left. So stick with me and let's get this done. I was warming up the sides so that we could try a side lying teaser. This one's gonna be a little tricky, but I want you to give it a go and see what happens. Or you can ignore me and just chill. But here we go. So I want you to start lying on your right side. Your arm is going to be long and your head rests in your bicep. To start this, you can keep pressing into the floor with your left hand and lift both your legs off the ground, which should feel very familiar from the side crunches we just did. I want you to slowly rotate and come up into a teaser position. Good. And then bring that hand all the way up. And this should look familiar from our first set of doing teaser. And now I want you to reverse it and control all the way down. Reach that arm long, slowly rotate back to your side, and then bring your head down to your bicep. Beautiful. We're going to do 3 more of these and then switch to the other side. So the hands come up, legs are fully straight, and then you reach the arm long and slowly control your rotation back to the floor. For the last two, I invite you to kind of lift your arm off the floor before you get started and turn this fully into a core move. No pressing into the floor. That's the advancement. Nice. And last one, we're going to hold just like we did the first times. Good. As you come up into the teaser, there it is. For 10, you have the option to go biceps to ears for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly control yourself down to the floor. Amazing work. All right, we got to even it out to the other side. Here we go. I'm going to just do a little scoot. It's good to start on the front of your mat if you want to make sure you stay on the mat as you rotate. So now you're on your left bicep. You can start with your right hand down on the ground, and we're going to just do the same thing on the other side. So start to twist. You can keep your left hand on the ground if you need, and then to finish the pose, you bring your left hand all the way up, reach long to your toes, and then extend the arm long and rotate back to your left side. So nice. Okay, we got 3 more, and I'm giving you the option to not let the arm touch the ground on your way back or on the way up. So use your support as much as you need. Just try to play around with, can I tap into my core, my belly button being as tight as possible to make this move happen. Here we go. I have some things in my way right now, so I'm a little obstacle course, but I'm doing my best to keep the hand off the ground. Last one, we got a hold again. Good. So arms are parallel with the legs. If possible, if you need to, you always grab the hamstrings. And we're here holding for 8, 7, arms up if you want it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. Amazing. And I want to give you a quick spine stretch, and we're going to finish with push-ups if you can. So your legs are now straight on the ground, toes pull towards your face, arms are out at shoulder height, palms face the floor. You're now pretending like your arms are resting on a table, an imaginary table, and you're sliding your hands down that table, dropping your head heavy, and pulling your rib cage back. So this is not about touching your toes. This is purely about opening your upper spine. Drop your head heavy, and then slide your hands back up the table, sit up nice and tall, and do it again. Dropping the head heavy, flex your quads, pull your rib cage back, and then come on up. Good. And then inhale for me, and exhale. Hands go away, shoulders pull away from your ears, rib cage pulls back, belly button pulls in, toes pull towards your face, quads flex. We're there for 5, 4, 3, shoulders down, 2, 1. Come on up. And then flip over for our last quick move. I want to give you a little bit of that upper body arm strength. If you feel like your belly is maybe too in the way for this, I would just hold a high plank the whole time. The option is to do a high plank push-up or do it from your knees. And there's always the ability to do a hybrid where you lower down as low as you can. If you feel like your belly's going to hit the floor, you can put your knees down and then push back up. Okay? So whichever one you're doing, we're going to do 3 counts on the way down, 3 counts on the way up, 5 reps, and then down dog, and we are going to get out of here. So meet me in a high plank. I'm going to do the full push-up. Just go as low as you can until your belly hits the floor. Belly is tight, and you're going to lower down for 3, 2, 1, and up for 3, 2, 1. This can also look like, and do it with me, down for 3, 2, 1. Knees go to the floor, up for 3, 2, 1. We got 3 more. You can start on your knees as well, down for 3, 2, 1, and up for 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Keep your butt squeezed, keep your belly tight. Down for 3, 2, 1, and up for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Stick with it. Shoulders over your wrists. Down for 3, 2, 1, and up for 3, 2, 1. I want you to flip those toes. Go into a nice down dog. If you can, release your heels down to the floor. Press actively with your hands into the floor. Exhale it out. Press your chest through your arms. Roll your shoulders out to the outside. Amazing. And then bring your knees down to the floor.
And we are done. First ever Unlock Prenatal Pilates class. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this. That was super fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm so happy you chose to do this with me on your journey to becoming a mom. I'm so excited for you and hope this can help keep you in shape, feeling good, feeling strong as you're going through this amazing process. So let me know what feedback you have, and I'm excited to do more of this in the coming months and year. So I'll see you next time.